to this story now. The Democratic Alliance is set to investigate its federal chairperson and former leader, Helen Zille. This follows Zille's controversial apartheid tweets. On this show last week, one senior party leader accused Zille of causing damage to the party. Speaking to us now is the party's spokesperson, Soli Malatsi. Mr. Malatsi, thank you very much for your time. Firstly, where is the process, or perhaps how far is the process to investigating Helen Zille?
Good morning, Oli, and to all the viewers that are joining us from their homes. Look, in terms of the process has been initiated. The beginning of every process starts with the referral of the matter, which was done last week. And as reports have, indicated yesterday, the deputy chairperson of the Federal Legal Commission, Werner Horn, has been appointed to lead that investigation. And this is the details that are associated with this case at this stage. The FLC, when it receives a complaint, it is their role to then undertake the investigation, to do their work, and upon completion of the work, which is almost difficult to predict how long or how short that process takes, because as you would understand, every case has its unique elements to it that determines the duration of an investigation and how and when that is concluded.
Can I ask why Glynis Breitenbach, the chairperson of the Federal Legal Commission, is not chairing this investigation?
Well, each and every case, when it comes before the Federal Legal Commission makes a determination as to who are the individuals or the individual who will lead that investigation. There is no doctrine whatsoever in the party's constitution that insists that the chairperson of the Federal Legal Commission has to be the one spearheading each and every investigation. The Federal Legal Commission has a team that serves on it. That team is under the leadership of both Glynis Breitenbach as the chairperson and Werner Horn as the deputy chairperson of the Federal Legal Commission. So it's a matter of sharing the workload, division of labor based on the amount of workload that the Federal Legal Commission faces at any given stage.
Soli, the specific complaints that have been laid against Helen Zille, we know that the party's interim leader, John Steenhuisen, said himself that he was going to refer the matter to the FLC. What exactly are they alleging against Helen Zille?
Well, I mean, there's a correction in the statement that John made, which was based on the outcome of a conversation that he had in his capacity as the interim leader of the organization and Helen Zille. The resolution out of that conversation was that Helen referred herself to the FLC, and in addition, there were two complaints that were submitted by members of the organization in relation to that particular tweet. And the process here is that in terms of the constitution of the organization, the leader of the party at any given stage and the federal executive chairperson are individuals that are empowered to make referrals to the FLC when complaints are laid. Any other member of the organization writes to the federal executive chairperson of the party to request that a matter be referred to it. But be that as it may, at the end of the day, the complaint has been referred to the FLC with regards to the tweets that you are referring to. And now the duty is on the FLC to do its work as it always does.
Soli, let's start with Helen Zille. She said she was going to refer herself to the FLC. What exactly is she saying might have been the problem with her tweets?
Well, I mean, it's common cause now that there were factual inaccuracies with the tweets, and it's not for me at this stage to get into the crux of the complaint because, Toli, as you also understand...
Sorry, I'm sorry. You're saying that she is saying in her own referral to the FLC that there were factual inaccuracies. What are these?
No. I'm correcting this issue that the referral was to investigate how those tweets be in contravention of the party's organization, given the sentiment that they were communicating. And that is whenever there is an issue that arises in a complaint or in a controversy that can arguably be seen to be in contravention of the constitution of the organization, it is then up to the FLC to make that investigation so that it can determine whether it is actually correct or not, and whether there is a violation of the organization or not. That is what the FLC will be doing at this stage. Upon completion of their work, they will be able to present what they have found.
I would like to know, Solly, and I'm sure the viewers would want to know too, the two other persons who referred this matter to the FLC are two senior black leaders of the party. What exactly are they alleging against the party's chairperson?
Well, from the sentiment that is being there in both complaints, I mean, it's consistent even with the referral, is to establish from the party's Federal Legal Commission whether there are violations of the party's constitution, given the fact that the statement that were made are arguably factually incorrect.
All right, let's talk about the timelines, Solly, and what the possible sanctions are going to be here. Could Helen Zille lose her position?
Well, it would be irresponsible to get into that terrain. It would be difficult to start determining the sanction and start determining the possible implications of that. As I said, the first step, you know, when a complaint is laid, is to appoint a team that will then lead the investigation. This is the only step that has been taken at this stage. That team in the FLC will do its job, Polly. I think, you know, there will be sufficient time and developments when they emerge, and upon conclusion of the FLC's work, they'll be able to communicate what they have investigated, what they have found, and what are any recommendations, if there are any. So it's a matter of being patient. Those details, whenever they are available, we are the party of open communication. We will be back here upon the conclusion of that in order to be able to take those questions that you're asking right now.
All right. Solly Malatsi speaks for the Democratic Alliance.